Wow, who is that guy? Lordy, Lordy, how are you doing tonight? Oh, it's so good to be here in the air conditioning. I've got some songs for you, but this next one kind of puts my frame of mind in focus. Broken lines, broken strings, broken threads, broken springs, broken idols, broken threads, people sleeping in broken beds. Ain't no jiving, ain't no joking. Everything is broken. Broken bottles, broken plates, broken switches, broken gates, broken dishes, broken parts. The streets are filled with broken hearts. Broken words never meant to be spoken. Everything is broken. Every time I stop and turn around, something else just hits the ground. Broken cutters, broken saws, broken buckles, broken laws, broken bodies, broken bones, broken voices on broken phones. Take a deep breath, feels like you're choking. Yeah, everything's broken. Things fall to pieces in my face. Thank you. Broken hands, broken plows, broken treaties, broken vows, broken pipes, broken tools, people bending broken rules, hound dog howling, bullfrog croaking. Everything is broken. Everything is broken. Thank you. About this time of year, when I was 7 or 8, my mom would pack us in the car and we'd go down to Georgia for a couple of weeks. And I think it was only like 80 degrees in summertime in Georgia back then. But we'd go spend time with my grandparents, and I just have this vivid memory of going down this long dirt road in this Georgia landscape, seeing this house, you know, 3-bedroom house, and it just, even when I think about it now, it brings me back home. So I wrote a tune about that, and go on a journey with me to that house. Riding in the backseat of my granddad's Oldsmobile, a dusty trail behind us, we were flying on 4 wheels. The Georgia sun was beaming on endless rows of corn. We made a 2-lane journey to a house at the end of a long dirt road. Kids are playing in the front yard, old folks laughing in the den. We gather round all safe and sound. I had no worries then. The days went by so quickly, the moon smiling overhead. The nights were calm and peaceful, I could spend forever there. No one said it would be easy to walk this path alone. And if I get lost along the way, I'll dream of that dirt road home. Sitting around the table, so many stories told. Time stands still in black and white. We were young and we were old. Now every wrinkle is a memory in this faded photograph. Feels like I'm trading places with these faces from my past. Now winter's here, the days are short, nighttime comes too soon. I find myself outside alone, smiling at the moon. I'm not that superstitious, but some things I can't explain. How my life just keeps on changing, but my love remains the same. No one said it would be easy to walk this path alone. And if I get lost along the way, I'll dream of that dirt road home. I'll dream of Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Rod Abernethy. That was beautiful, Rod. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I just came out to chat with you for a little bit.
Oh, good. I'm glad you did.
So
Martha, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good.
I'm good.
You look lovely.
Thank you so much. So do you.
Well, thanks. I love the gray hair, don't you? It's just a nice touch.
I do. It works for you. So as I recall from the last time you were here, you were in the center of the rock scene in the Triangle for many years in the 70s, 80s, and you moved off to California. Is that right?
I went to California a lot, but I never lived there.
Okay.
I slept on a lot of sofas out there.
Okay, very good, very good. But then at a certain point, you decided to come back home and be a traveling...
I did. I actually was on a show. Do you remember Star Search? Well, I lost on Star Search, so keep going. Keep going, Martha.
No, I just remember that being a part of, you were just getting back into traveling around, making your own music again after years of writing for film and TV and video games, correct?
I did, and I decided to start playing again, performing live, because I missed it, and it's something I really wanted to do and play for people like you guys. Just the greatest audiences in the world. Yeah.
So when he was here before, he had some postcards for sale that were his original photographs of his sculpture. And will you tell the folks about your sculpture, because I think it's really cool.
Well, they're robots, and they're made from found object parts that I find at flea markets and antique stores. It's kind of steampunk. And I made them for a few friends, and people said, "You've got to keep making these things." So it's kind of the nutty thing I do in the 110 heat in my shed. But I still do it. And there's some cards out front if you want to look at it. Look at them, because they're funny. They're funny little space cadets.
I framed some of mine. They're hanging in my house.
She's a good salesman.
So tell me about the PBS show, Songs at the Center. Have you done that yet, or is that coming up?
I did that last year, Songs at the Center. That was a really fun experience with Eric Gnezda.
Can these folks watch that any place online? Or?
It has gone through the cycle with PBS, but that was it was last spring. Actually, it was last fall. But okay. I don't know, you might be able to catch it or go to YouTube, and like you can find anything on YouTube.
Songs at the Center is the name of the show.
And the song I just did was on that show.
Okay.
But thank you for bringing that up.
Absolutely. I have one more question for you. Will you tell us a little bit about your video game history? Do we have any gamers here? So what games did you score that?
I've scored over like 75 different video games. And I don't know what I was in that business for a long, long time and loved it and did all kinds of different styles and recorded with a lot of orchestras.
Wow.
Which, I don't know, it's just one of those things I got into and I loved it, and I stopped doing that so I could start playing live again.
We're glad.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, too.
Absolutely.
She's great. You need to have a show.
Would you play another song for us?
Sure, I would love to.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. This is a song I wrote about my dad. Last Christmas Eve I had a dream. My father was reaching out to me. He was standing near the fireplace. A younger man, I could see his face. He spoke to me and it felt so real. And we talked for hours there in my dream. Yes, my father was a quiet man, and sometimes hard to understand. In church when I was only 3, so tall he stood there next to me. He held a hymnal open wide. It was there his voice could ring a mountainside. We took a trip to Spartanburg in his '57 Thunderbird. We walked into the music store. He knew exactly what he was looking for, had an intuition about his son, somehow knew the man he would become. And in his own quiet way, he handed me my first guitar that day. Years ago, my brother passed away, and the angel spoke to me that day. As I walked into my father's house, he was standing there reaching out. He gave me such a long embrace. Quiet tears were falling from his face. And I learned how strong a man can be when death befalls the family. My father was a quiet man, and sometimes hard to understand. I look at him, I see myself in a photograph upon the shelf. I watch my son, now he's 21. A father someday will become, and I hope someday he'll understand how sometimes I can be a quiet man. My father was a quiet man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is Rod Abernethy.
The Martha Bassett Show is thrilled to partner with Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist, the lead sponsor of The Martha Bassett Show. The U.S. News & World Report's 2023 edition of Best Graduate Schools ranked Wake Forest University School of Medicine among the top 50 research programs in the nation. They are the gold standard of health care. The Wake Forest Baptist Davie Medical Center made the Becker Hospital Review of top-rated hospitals for patient experience state by state. It's Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist, where innovation and compassion meet. We're also very excited to announce our newest sponsor to the Martha Bassett Show. That's Mass General Store. Established in 1883, these folks are family and employee owned. It's Mass General Store, not just a store, it's a destination. Now let's get back to the show with Martha and the band on the Duke Ellington song, Just Squeeze Me.
Treat me sweet and gentle when we say goodnight. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I get sentimental when we say goodnight. So squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Missing you since you went away, singing the blues away each day, counting the nights and waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. When I get that feeling, I'm in ecstasy. So squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Since you went away, singing the blues away each day, counting the nights and waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. When I get that feeling, I'm in ecstasy. So squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Just squeeze me, please don't tease me.
Thank you. Breakout artist Victoria is praised for her proficient songwriting, bewitching vocals, and celebratory live performances, inviting audiences into a communal experience. Named a rising act by Rolling Stone magazine, Tori's playful yet insightful lyrics and lush harmonies leave listeners entranced. It was Tori's songwriting that first caught the attention of Grammy Award-nominated producer and guitarist Charlie Hunter, and the two teamed up to write and record their album, To the Wayside. Since then, Tori has been touring nationally, playing NPR's Mountain Stage, the Kennedy Center, the Rochester Jazz Festival, and more. Tonight, Tori has brought along vocalists Hallie Elliott and Maya Camille. I recently saw Tori's CD release concert at the Ramcat, and the vocals of these three singers are truly the heart and soul of Victoria's sound. Please welcome back to our stage, Victoria.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. We love this theater. And we were on this season, right? With you, Maya?
Oh, yeah.
So
no,
it's...
no. I think
was
it
that
was last season.
Okay, we were here recently. And not for me, though, so I'm happy to be back. This first song is called Hardware Store. It's off my album To the Wayside. And it's about that thing that happens when you've gone through a breakup and you wake up, maybe weeks, maybe months, for the desperate ones, years later, and you're having a good hair day, your skin's glowing, and so you decide to head to the supermarket that your ex always frequents on Tuesdays for the half-off salmon. You know what I'm talking about? And the hope is to just run into them looking just a little bit better than normal so that they think, my God, they're doing better off without me, even though it's probably not true. So, but this song is that, but set at a hardware store. I show up at your local hardware store, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna see you there. Been a while since we roamed these aisles together, buying paint for the house that we shared. I'm looking good, but not so good that you'd notice. And aisle 7 is my runway today. Been a while since I prayed that I'd see you in the shower rehearsing what I'd say. I'm doing better than I've ever been. I'm doing better than I've ever been. Got the conclusion that I'm not gonna find you. Is he even still living here, I think? Am I bored to just have something to prove? Contemplated by the faucets and sinks, yeah. Participants in the crowd this evening. Oof. Silence. You're really gonna leave me hanging like that on the Martha Bassett Show? Well, if you would be so obliged to repeat after me. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. This is good. I'm doing good. you. And thank you so much for it. See, that pause of silence for you was probably just registering what I was saying, but on stage it felt like a lifetime. So I'm glad that I was very pleasantly surprised to hear those strong voices. Thank you. This next song is the title track of the album that I just released in May. It's an album that I wrote and recorded with the guitarist Charlie Hunter. And yes. And it's one of my favorites on the record. It's why I named the record after it. It's called Sweet as Steak. Lately I've been thinking about your touch, even though I've never felt it. Your hands up and down my back, I tell you that I like that when I'm alone. I wake up to find my bed is empty. I'm the only one who's drinking coffee today. Wash my skin, become your pretty lady. We're married in my mind if I can be swept away. And I get swept away. It's the sweetest thing, touch till my bones quake. Crickets can't look away like a sore that I can't let alone. The sweetest thing I've ever known. Lately I've been thinking about my name in your mouth when I'm lonely. Where I find your fingertips, my lips against your lips. I'm in my car. I'm in my car. Conversations playing on a split screen. Make believe held up next to reality. I'll play who I think you'd want me to be, even when you're not around to ever see. When you never see, it's the sweetest thing, touch till my bones quake. Crickets can't look away like a sore that I can't let alone. The sweetest thing I've ever known. I find myself at home, knowing you're the one that I want, and I can't let it be. The sweetest thing you'll ever see. Lately I've been thinking about your touch, even though we've never. Thank you.
Put your hands together for Victoria, Victoria.
The Reeves Theater has recently launched the Reeves Downtown School of Music right up the street in the old Arts Council building. Through programs like the newly established Every Good Scholarship Fund, they are a nonprofit dedicated to providing music lessons to all instruments, all ages instruction in group and individual lesson settings. Learn old time, bluegrass, theory, composition, and more. You can learn more at reevesmusic.org. The Martha Bassett Show is also supported in part by Hugh Chatham Health. Hugh Chatham Health offers virtual care services 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Hugh Chatham Virtual Care allows you to access a healthcare provider at a time that is convenient for you. If you are in need of medical assistance, you may schedule your appointment with a Hugh Chatham provider by downloading the Hugh Chatham Virtual Care app or visiting hughchatham.org. Virtual care. What's next, Martha?
We're going to do a Bob Dylan song called Buckets of Rain.
Buckets of rain, buckets of tears, got all them buckets coming out of my ears, buckets of moonbeams in my hand. You got all the love, honey, baby, I can stand. I've been weak and hard as an oak, I've seen pretty people disappear like smoke. Friends will arrive, friends will disappear. If you want me, honey, baby, I'll be here. I like your smile and your fingertips. I like the way that you move your hips. I like the cool way you look at me. Everything about you is bringing me misery. Little red wagon, little red bike. I ain't no monkey, but I know what I like. And I like the way you love me strong and so. I'm taking you with me, honey, baby, when I go. Life is sad, life is a bust. All you can do is do what you must. You do what you must do, and you do it well. I'll do it for you, honey, baby, can't you tell?
Thank you. Hailing from Gunditjmara country in the deep south of Australia, Nigel Wearne is a multi-instrumentalist who blends blues, soul, rock and roll, and jazz to create a sound he calls Americana noir. Nigel has toured Australia, New Zealand, the US, UK, and Canada, and he's performed at a long list of music festivals, including Merlefest, Americana Fest, Cambridge Folk Festival in the UK, Adelaide Guitar Festival in Australia, Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion, Mile of Music, and Old Settlers Music Festival. His sophomore album, Black Crow, garnered wide critical acclaim, including a 4-star review in Rolling Stone, a nomination for Best Country Album at the Music Victoria Awards, and it debuted at #1 on Australia's AMRAP charts. His latest offering, The Reckoning, released in 2023, received a nomination for Best Blues Work at the 2023 Music Victoria Awards, a 4-star review in The Weekend Australian, and had 2 songs selected as finalists in the International Songwriting Competition. Please welcome, for the first time on our stage, Nigel Wearne.
Hey folks, how are you? How good has the music been tonight, eh? Give it up for all the fantastic music so far. I'm going to play a little After Dark love song for you to start with. This is called Beautiful Blue.
I love you
So much it's unkind, like the world's gonna end. Stars collide in my mind, and I don't wish to lie. But my darling, I'm sure gonna try. It's just me and you. What we got ourselves into. I won't cry for you. You won't cry for me. We've carved it in the walls, my darling little queen. And if the thief of morning comes to steal our dreams, we'll sew the curtains as one with strong, thick seams. It's just me and you. What we got ourselves into. love me too. Love me too. 2 lifetimes tonight, and give me 3 of your 9 lives. And I've gotta get myself a gun to shoot the sun out of the sky. Forever in your arms, forever in the night. It's just me and you. What we got ourselves into. Thank you. Well, this is a bit of all right, isn't it? I can't say I've done this back home quite like this. I've done it maybe at a festival, but you have this every couple of weeks? How lucky are you? Let's hear it for Martha Bassett and the Martha Bassett Show. It's funny, you come along to something like this and maybe it feels a little bit like magic, but anyone who knows that it's not magic, a lot of hard work goes into this stuff. So props to the team, and thanks for asking me along. This next song's about that moment when you're speaking with a loved one and maybe a prospective loved one. You say the words you think you should say in that particular moment. And as those words go floating through the air and enter the ear of the listener, you realise that maybe they're exactly the wrong words to say. And everything goes pear-shaped. See it in your eyes. We were summoning a song, but I misread the signs and it all went wrong. My resolve is falling, shattered by the room. I said what I said a moment too soon. Words about shapes that are chewed by the tooth, messengers of love, a naked ugly truth. What once is said can't be unheard. What once is bled may forever be spurned. The sun will rise like a pin to a balloon. I said what I said a moment too soon. A silhouette of shades darker than before. Have entered the space between mine and yours. The mind does bend like the magic man's spoon. I said what I said a moment too soon. The earth will turn to the dark side of the moon. I said what I said a moment too soon. A moment too soon. A moment too soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. Well, I'd love to chat with you for a little bit while the band is getting into place. Thanks for letting us play on this next song with you. I'm excited about it. So, Gunditj Mara country. I had to ask him how to pronounce that.
I think I got it right.
You have a better chance than me.
Well, I've been told that in Aboriginal language at home, like in English language, we put a lot of emphasis on the second syllable. So there's a place back home called Wodonga, but if you said it like an Aboriginal, it'd be Waranga. So Gunditj Mara. So I think that's right.
Gunditj Mara. Yeah. Tell us about that. Where is that?
Well, can you hold that for a sec? I'm tangled.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I've got to talk into the microphone. I live about 3.5 hours west of Melbourne, which is now becoming known as Naarm, which is the proper name for it, in a place called Warrnambool, which is kind of loosely means, I think, two rivers. So the Merri River and the Hopkins River meet almost in the same spot. And it's at the end of the Great Ocean Road, which is a really beautiful drive between Geelong and where we are, effectively. Yeah, it's a lot of beautiful coastline.
So it's coastal, out in the country.
Yeah, right down the bottom of the mainland. If you go look at the ocean, you basically the next stop is Antarctica. So, yeah, it's a little bit long way, we might say, to Antarctica. But it's a really beautiful place, and it's quite mild where we live. We get hot summers, so we might get 105 will be our hottest day in the summer, but it'll be no humidity. This is hotter, okay? Just so you're aware. This is hotter than where I come from. This is more like what you'd get up in Queensland or something like that, yeah.
How on earth did you end up here
Good
in
question.
Elkin, North Carolina?
I went to Folk Alliance in 2019 with my design on getting into Canada because I don't need a visa to go to Canada.
Right.
But I had a bunch of interest from music festivals here, and Melfest was one of them. And look, I didn't need any arm twisting. I know exactly what Melfest is, and I know, the significance of that. And I'm a long-time fan of all that style of music. They play all sorts of stuff there, but obviously the whole connection to Merle and Doc and all the crew. So I think I was like the 4th Australian to play that festival. So I got a bunch of interest from festivals, and I thought, okay, time to get an American visa. So I started touring here in April last year.
That's great. Well, apparently Americans love you as much as the Australians, so we hope you'll stick around.
Thank you.
A lot more.
Yeah, I'm playing a bunch this summer, so if there's anyone's up in Wisconsin at Mile of Music in a couple of weeks, and Master Musicians Festival this weekend in Kentucky.
How can everybody keep up with you? Do you have a website? Or?
I do. If you so Wearne, it's like learn with a W and an E at the end. So nigelwearne.com. You can find all the things. And if you write to me, if you email me, I'll give you a free Aussie nickname.
Ooh.
So yours would probably be Basso.
That's
Basso.
Basso.
Or Bassa.
Bassa.
Yeah, so that's your free Aussie nickname.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's value.
It is, says the voice of God. That was actually Doug, but...
God's name's Doug?
Yes, God's name is Doug.
Wow, God must be an Aussie then. Very Aussie.
Well, we're going to do one more song in this set and take a little intermission. Do you want to tell us anything about this
So I live
super
on,
dark song?
Yeah, well, I live on near the Merai River. So Merai means as I believe. I need to double check this, but I read it in a book that was written a long time ago. But a gang parrot. So it's like a black parrot. And if you look really closely, it's got all these speckles through its feathers, and it's got a bright red head. They're really beautiful. So I was walking around the Merai River, and this river has nothing to do with the song. That's just where I wrote this, sort of came up with the idea. So if anyone can tell me what disaster happened in this song, I'd appreciate it, because it's quite looming. Yeah. This is called To the Edge, and I did it as a duet with a singer-songwriter from Sheffield named Lauren Housley. She's amazing. But tonight I get to do it with you. How good is this? You good? To the edge of the river with you, my resolve got wild, but your mind got skewed. Down by the edge of the river with you, that's where I whispered what I was going to do.
I was confused by change, by your conviction, by silence and flames. But then your gaze, well, it turned my way. All in the words I couldn't let you say.
Listen up, honey. Listen up, real. We needed truth, but now there ain't time to heal. We had each other. We had our song. Never mind that the timing was wrong.
To the edge of the waterside.
I'll never forget how I lied.
And how I ran.
For to save my life, some true love lost as a will to survive. Listen up, listen up, real.
We
Needed truth, but now there ain't time to heal. We had each other, we had our song. Never mind that the timing was wrong. Woo!
This is Nigel Wearne.
Fun.
Thanks, everyone. It's intermission time. We're going to take about 15 minutes, grab a drink, and check out the merch table, and we'll see you back in here in a few minutes.
Welcome back to the second half of the Martha Bassett Show, featuring Nigel Wearne, Rod Abernethy, and Victoria. That's Tori Elliott, Maya Camille, and Hallie Elliott. We'd love to give a big welcome to all of our listeners on Radio Bristol. Housed in the birthplace of Country Music Museum, Radio Bristol is a radio station and online destination for fans who want more, from the earliest seeds of country to today's Americana. It's Radio Bristol. Lowe's Foods provide our hospitality this evening, and we are proud to say that the Martha Bassett Show artist accommodations are provided by 3 Trails. Your boutique hotel steps from the Reeves Theater. These folks have designed 14 units with a modern flair highlighting the building's architectural history, and they also have a rooftop patio. Now let's get back to the Reeves stage in beautiful downtown Elkin with Martha and the band on Love Charms.
Some love charms to get you into my arms. I'm gonna buy some love charms to get you into my arms. Every time I wave them in your direction, I'm gonna win your love and affection. I'd like to bet you I'm gonna get you with my love charms. First charm's gonna be a heart that won't be broken. Next one's gonna be a love seat where sweet words can be spoken. Third charm must be a pair of lips that's only meant for me. The fourth charm's gonna be the month and day when a wedding day will be. I'm gonna buy me some love charms to get you into my arms. I'm gonna buy me some love charms to get you into my arms. Every time I wave them in your direction, I'm gonna win your love and affection. I'd like to bet you I'm gonna get you with my love charms. The fifth charm's gonna be a bar of steel to keep our loving strong. Sixth charm's gonna be a little white dove to make peace when things go wrong. Seventh charm's gonna be a good luck charm to last our hard time through. So bring 'em on a bracelet and a 1, 2, 3. They will bring my love to you. I'm gonna buy me some love charms to get you into my arms. I'm gonna buy some love charms to get you into my arms. Every time I wave 'em in your direction, I'm gonna win your love and affection. I'm gonna bet you I'm gonna get you with my love charms. I'd like to bet you I'm gonna get you with my love charms. McGee and Reagan Mitchell. Will you please welcome back Rod Abernethy?
Give Martha and the band another hand. This next tune of mine I wrote about one of my favorite things of all time, whiskey and pie. And it's my soundtrack to sitting down and having a little glass of whiskey and the best homemade pie, and I hope you like it. Whiskey and pie. Thank you. A few years back, I got this email that American Songwriter was having a contest. And that's a pretty well-known magazine for people like me. And if you're a musician, you know what it's like to be a musician. You do demos all the time, you do tracks, you send out stuff all the time, emails, you're sending out stuff all the time, hoping that somebody will answer you back. So, and you're entering contests and competitions and stuff. So I saw this thing, American songwriter has a Bob Dylan song contest. You play your favorite Bob Dylan song on a video and you send it in. And I happen to have a video of my favorite Bob Dylan song, so I thought, okay, I'll send it in. And I put a post note on the back door. It said, Dylan, to remind me to do this. This was 4 weeks before the deadline. So, of course, I forgot. Week later, we went on vacation for 2 weeks. Came back. There's the Dylan post note. I'm like, I got to do that. A week later, it was the deadline, and I'm like, I got to do this. And, you know, my wife and I go to bed. We turn out the light, and she says, what is that post note on the back door that says Dylan? Oh, my God. I literally jumped out of bed, turned on the light, went to the computer, and I sent in my entry. And the next week, on Wednesday morning, I got an email that I had won the Bob Dylan song contest. So, thank you, American Songwriter. So here is one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs, and thank you for having me, and you've got some more great music coming. And here's Oxford Town. Oxford Town, everybody got their head bowed down. Sun don't shine above the ground. Hey, I'm going down to Oxford Town. He went down to Oxford Town, guns and clubs followed him down, all because his face was brown. Better get away from Oxford Town. Oxford Town, around the bend, I come to the door, couldn't get in, all because the color of the skin. What do you think about that, my friend? Oxford Town, around the bend, come to the door, couldn't get in, all because of the color of the skin. What do you think about that, my friend? Oxford Town in the afternoon, everybody's singing a sorrowful tune. 2 men died beneath the Mississippi moon. Somebody better investigate soon. Oxford Town, everybody got their head bowed down. Sun don't shine above the ground. I ain't never going back. No, I ain't never going back. Thank you.
Rod Abernethy. So I'd like to share a bossa nova with you. So while you guys were here sweltering in the heat during our break from the show, Pat and I were down in Brazil, where it's wintertime, and it was in the 70s every day. It was amazing. I felt slightly guilty, but just a little bit. So this song is called Desafinado, and it means one who sings out of tune. It's got a lot of words, but the gist of it is, even though I don't have the formal musical training as you, I sing from my heart, and even those who sing out of tune have a heart. Desafinado. Se você disser que eu desafino, amor, saiba que isto em mim provoca imensa dor. Sou privilegiado, tenho ouvido igual ao seu. Eu passo apenas o que Deus me deu. Se você insiste em classificar meu comportamento diante musical, eu mesmo mentido devo argumentar que isto é bossa nova, que isto é muito natural, porque você não sabe nem sequer presente. É que os desafinados também têm um coração. Fotografar você na minha Rolleiflex revelou ser sua enorme ingratidão. Só não poderá falar assim do meu amor. Ela é o maior que você pode encontrar, viu? Você com sua música esqueceu o principal, que no peito dos desafinados, no fundo do peito bate calado, que no peito dos desafinados também bate um coração. Você não sabe nem sequer presente. É que os desafinados também têm um coração. Fotografar você na minha Rolleiflex revelou ser
só não poderá falar assim do meu amor. Ela é o maior que você pode encontrar, viu? Você com a sua música esqueceu o principal, que no peito dos desafinados, no fundo do peito bate calado, que no peito dos desafinados também bate um coração.
Thank you very much.
The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by our fine business friends, Bowen Town & Country Furniture, Buckeye Advisors, and Buckeye Moving and Storage, and Icon Custom Builders, giving your home transformation through renovation. Buckeye Advisors makes moving seamless with professional and personal assistance, including turnkey services from downsizing and packing to unpacking and complete setup. Their specialties include transitions to retirement communities, preparing homes for the market, and connecting you to resources to enable independent living at home. It's Buckeye Advisors and Buckeye Moving and Storage for when you need more than a mover. And Bowen Town & Country Furniture Company, local and family-owned since 1956. American brands by skilled craftsmen using fine design and engineering. And still producing beautiful furniture right here in North Carolina. It's furniture made to use, not just made to sell. All right, he's visiting us all the way from Gunditjmara, Australia. Let's give a big Elkin, a big Carolina, a big U.S. welcome back to the stage for Nigel Wearne.
Hey folks, so here's a song. This is an instrumental tune I came up with in 2020. We all know it was a weird year, but right around the time the pandemic hit, it was about the time a whole bunch of bushfires, as we call them, or wildfires you might call them, kind of eventually got put out in Australia. You might remember, it was on the news worldwide at the time. An area about the size of England burned in one summer. Those fires started in September, and I went overseas in January, and they were still burning when I got back in February. And around that time, when we spent a big long holiday that no one asked for, it was I spent a lot of time sitting on the porch playing banjo, and I came up with this weird banjo style that I call up hammer, and I decided to call this song After the Fires. Thank you. So I've got everyone's got some merch for sale tonight. You should definitely go check it out. That particular song, there's 2 records out there of mine. One's white and one's brown. And they both got the same photo. The white one's the full band with the horns and everything, and the brown one's full acoustic. And that song's on it. And it's not released, so the only place you can get it on planet Earth is here. You. All right, speaking of bunny heads and crow masks, this song's called The Black Behind the Blue. It's about that moment when you wake up from a dream and you can't quite remember what happened. And as the day goes on, fragments and shards of that dream reappear in your mind. And you start to realise that perhaps what happened in that dream was somewhat scandalous. But it's okay, it was just a dream. Languid arms asleep, she finds me unperturbed by the blinding falseness, a resonant deafness of a cloudless night that burns. She takes my hand with silken grace, but I hesitate, so austere, a dying chance, a forbidden romance driven by an unknown fear. And every chance I remember, I forget somehow. An illicit chance at a black romance, and I'm amnesia bound. So easy to forget the vibration, make me invisible to the darkened hues, an eternal dance that I find in the pulse of you. Lascivious wishes and tectonic fishes, we hold on for our life, lost in a trance and a dreamtime dance, eternal in the night. When I shed this cast of earthly woes, I find myself even in wonder. We chase the space in the black behind the blue. And every chance I remember, I forget somehow. An illicit chance and a black romance, and I'm amnesia bound. So I forget the vibration, make me invisible to the darkened hues, an eternal dance that I find in the pulse of you. I remember, I forget her somehow. An illicit chance and a black romance, and I'm The dog in hues and eternal dance that I find in the pearls of you. The dog in hues and eternal dance that I find in the pearls of you. Thank you.
Nigel Wearne. You are listening to the Martha Bassett Show on National Public Radio, live from the Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina. The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by Explore Elkin, your one-stop travel source for the Yadkin Valley and beyond. If you're looking for hometown charm, historic landmarks, Main Street shopping, and fine dining, come stay a while in downtown Elkin. Elkin is a small town with a big community. So whether it's downtown events, music, hiking, or just paddling the Blue Water Trail, let Explore Elkin help you find your trail. You can learn more on Facebook or at Explore Elkin. Support for the Martha Bassett Show also comes from these fine downtown Elkin businesses: Mountain High Metals, the Elk Pharmacy, Yoga on Main, Coley Hall at the Liberty, Angry Troll Brewing, Yadkin Valley Quilts, the Wisdom Table, and Fruition. They're back on stage, and we're excited. Let's have a big hand for Victoria. Victoria.
Lord, when we die, where do we go? Lord, when we die, where do we go? I've heard tales of greener pastures and golden paved brick roads. Lord, when we die, where do we go? Where do we go? When we no longer cry, where will we be? When we no longer cry, where will we be? Will I stand next to my mother for all eternity? When we no longer cry, where will we be? I love to love and I hate to hate, but sometimes I do both. The warmth of sunlight on my face leaves me wanting more. When we no longer cry, where will we be? When we no longer cry, where will we be? Face to face with my maker, or underneath the willow tree. If I find that love's my ending, would that be enough for me?
Victoria, Victoria. That was really beautiful.
Thanks, Martha.
So this is the first time I've seen you in this configuration with just you three ladies.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Well, we're kind of on tour right now. Well, we're on tour right now. But we have like a full band show coming up, but then interspersed in between there, we're doing this like acoustic trio thing. And so it's a lot of fun.
It sounds amazing. It sounds amazing.
Thank you.
So you've been on the show before, and Maya was on the show earlier this year, and you came with her and sang backup for her. And I know your brother Noah has sung with you a lot. Hallie is also a sibling of Tori. So, and this is her first time on the show.
This is Hallie's first time. We told her the Martha Bassett Show has really good snacks. So.
And I came running.
We do. Thank you, Lowe's Foods.
Thank you, yes.
And the Reeves Cafe. So tell us a little bit about the tour that you have coming up.
Yeah, so my mind's blanking. We're going to Philly. We're going to be in Ohio, which is where Hallie and I are both from. And it's really fun, I think, because we have Hallie coming for some of the dates, and then my brother Noah will come. They'll switch cars. She'll come back to work in the real world, and then we'll be off. So it's just really nice. We have a really beautiful community in Winston-Salem. And from there, we can kind of go and go wherever the touring life takes us. And it's just fun to have everyone switching off and coming alongside to play these songs. It's really beautiful.
That's great. So in the past year, you've really transitioned into being like full-time touring.
Kind of.
That is so awesome.
Thank you for that clap. I will remember that when I wake up at 3 a.m, as I normally do once a week, thinking, what am I doing?
So how is it? How is it traveling? What's fun for you and what's difficult for you?
Well, I think that, it's just a learning curve with everywhere that I go, I feel like, but I feel so blessed to be able to do it. I don't know, is it forever? That's always the question. Who knows how long you'll be able to do something like that for, but I think it's really taught me a lot about just appreciating each gig, being able to play music with my best friends and my family and people that I dearly love, and meeting new people everywhere that we go. So it's just, I'm just so grateful. But,
Well, we're loving watching what you're doing. So what are we going to do next?
We are doing a song called Empty, right?
Yes.
Whew, another panic moment. And this is, it's kind of like a diss track, which if you don't know what that means, it means that it's like you're dissing someone on a track. But anyway, this is off my album Sweet Mistake that came out in May, and a lot of this is about loss and learning to cope with losing things or yearning for things and not getting them, but also about leaving, even if you don't really want to leave. And these next two songs are kind of about that. So this song is a diss track, leaving because you know you need to, but with a little campy twist. So let's take it away.
All right.
By the time you get this letter, you'll be way under the weather, like a blanket, like a sleeping bag that you cannot get out of or remember what day it is or what month you started feeling like this. All the riches, all the prizes can't make up for what you've got inside. You're so empty. You're so empty. You're so empty. You don't know how to feel. You're so empty. There without me. You're so empty without my time to steal. By the time anyone's noticed that I've packed up all my boxes, I'll be on the 35 headed to somewhere I vacation once, but that's ghost of summers past. Now I've got a new permanent address. All the riches, all the prizes can't make up for what you've got inside. You're so empty. You're so empty. You're so empty. You don't know how to feel. You're so empty. There without me. You're so empty without my time to steal. You don't know how to feel. 1, 2, ready, go. You're so Thank you, everybody. Do I introduce the next one, or do you,
Yeah.
Martha? Okay. So this next song is called "Tear in My Eye," and again, it's about. Shall we say this together? Since you guys, it's about leaving because you have to, not because you want. This is clearly the only thing we didn't rehearse. Anyway, I'll let the song speak for itself. This song is called "Tear in My Eye." Daddy, I don't wanna live, but I gotta. You know I hate to see you cry. I've been trying to make my way, but I wanna remain the apple of your eye. Oh, I'm grown up, I'm going out. You know I had to make my own way somehow. I gotta leave, but no, I'm going with a tear in my eye. My
Thank you guys so much. All right, let's bring everybody out. Rod Abernethy, Nigel Wearne. This night has gone so quickly for us. And we kind of accidentally did a lot of Bob Dylan tonight, so we're going to end with a Bob Dylan song, too. I never know what other people are going to do, and I scheduled a couple of them, so. Will you please put your hands together again for these amazing artists. This is Nigel Wearne, Rod Abernethy, Victoria, our awesome house band. We are so honored to be here making music for and with you tonight. So I really want to thank you for spending your Thursday night with us. I want to thank all the people who are watching on the live stream and the folks who are going to listen to us on the radio, and you guys are all a big part of that too. So thanks to the Reeves Theater for hosting this party a couple times a month. All right, who's going to kick off this song?
You are. Give us a tempo.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you.
May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every run. May you stay forever young. Sing it with us.
May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous. Stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young.
May your hands always be busy. May your feet be always swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift.
all for tuning in and to our beautiful live audience. Let's hear it for Victoria, Nigel Wearne, and Rod Abernethy. How about our fearless leader, Martha Bassett? The band tonight was Chazare Shank, Sarah Howell, Russell Kelly, Reagan Mitchell, Rex McGee, Ben Singer, and me, Pat Lawrence. Jeff Irving, James Brickey, and Doug Williams of Electromagnetic Radiation Recorders handled the sound. Nick Bassett, Danny Carr, and Brady Reed provided our video broadcast. Bevan Dyer managed the stage. And Miranda Carr is out there selling the merch. It's the Martha Bassett Show. It's good music for good people. Thank you so much for joining us. Drive safe. Come back and see us soon.